The world contains numerous cultures, traditions, cuisines and languages that make excellent destinations for any history buff. The featured country's rich history and heritage evoke images of the days gone by and lure hundreds of tourists to taste their interesting cultures. Most beautiful destination in Europe with rich history. Budapest, Hungary. Budapest is more than just the political capital of Hungary, it's also the commercial and cultural nexus. From its multifaceted restaurant scene to its rich Jewish heritage, culture extends from nearly every inch of the Pearl of Danube. Split by the Danube River and composed of three main regions, Pest, Buda and Abuda, Budapest meshes modern conveniences with ancient architecture and grassy parks. Whether you're searching for cuisine, shopping or museums, a multitude of all await you in Budapest. And prices are fair enough that you won't have to choose, you can indulge in them all. The most well-known site of the capital is the Neo-Gothic Parliament, the biggest building in Hungary with its 268 meters length, also holding the Hungarian crown jewels. St. Stephen's Basilica is the most important religious building of the city, where the holy right hand of Hungary's first king, St. Stephen, is on display as well. There are Roman remains at the Aquincum Museum, and historic furniture at the Nagyteteni Castle Museum, just 2 out of 223 museums in Budapest. The Castle Hill, the River Danube embankments have been officially recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The city is also home to the largest medicinal bath in Europe, and the third largest parliament building in the world, once the largest in the world. Other attractions are the bridges of the capital. 7 bridges provide crossings over the Danube, and from north to south. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik is one of the world's most magnificent walled cities, overlooking the calm blue Adriatic Sea. Once the capital of the mighty seafaring Republic of Ragusa, it's now Croatia's most upmarket destination. Historically, this diminutive republic was sophisticated, refined and cultured. Today, the pedestrian-only old town packed with aristocratic palazzi and elegant Baroque churches, contained within sturdy medieval fortifications, draws hundreds of thousands of visitors annually. Beyond the walls, attractions include wine bars, classy seafood restaurants and 5-star hotels. And then there's the glorious rock and pebble coast, with beaches, scuba diving and sea kayaking. Some of the best beaches lie on Lapid Peninsula, 2 miles, 3 kilometers west of town, or you might try tiny Locum Islet, with its botanical garden where you can get taxi boats from the old town harbour. Dubrovnik is worth a visit at any time of year, although spring and summer, when life spills out onto the streets, and cafe tables remain packed well into the night, bring out the best in the city. For Croatia's cultural luminaries, visit the town during the Dubrovnik Summer Festival in July and August, bringing an added dash of glamour to the streets, while the main event in winter is the Feast of Saint Blaise on February the 3rd, when the patron saint of the city is honored by a parade and special mass, followed by much drinking and eating. Be warned though. Dubrovnik's popularity with cruise liners can lead to big crowds during the day, when the old town can resemble a vast theme park cum souvenir shop for shipborne day trippers. And though Dubrovnik is increasingly an all-year-round destination, a good half of the city's hotels are closed from November through to March, and a lot of restaurants take the whole month of January off. Florence, Italy. Florence was a center of medieval European trade and finance, and one of the wealthiest cities of that era. It is considered by many academics to have been the birthplace of the Renaissance, becoming a major artistic, cultural, commercial, political, economic and financial center. During this time, Florence rose to a position of enormous influence in Italy, Europe, and beyond. Florence, also known as the cradle of the Renaissance for its monuments, churches, and buildings. The best-known site of Florence is the domed cathedral of the city, Santa Maria del Fiore, known as the Duomo, whose dome was built by Filippo Brunelleschi. The nearby campanile and the baptistry buildings are also highlights. The dome, 600 years after its completion, is still the largest dome built in brick and mortar in the world. In 1982, the historic center of Florence was declared a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. The center of the city is contained in medieval walls that were built in the 14th century to defend the city. At the heart of the city, in Piazza della Signoria, is Bartolomeo Ammanati's Fountain of Neptune, which is a masterpiece of marble sculpture at the terminus of a still-functioning Roman aqueduct. The layout and structure of Florence in many ways harkens back to the Roman era, where it was designed as a garrison settlement. Nevertheless, the majority of the city was built during the Renaissance. Despite the strong presence of Renaissance architecture within the city, traces of medieval, Baroque, neoclassical and modern architecture can be found. The Palazzo Vecchio as well as the Duomo, or the city's cathedral, are the two buildings which dominate Florence's skyline. One of the bridges in particular stands out, the Ponte Vecchio, Old Bridge, whose most striking feature is the multitude of shops built upon its edges, held up by stilts. The bridge also carries Vasari's elevated corridor linking the Uffizi to the Medici residence, Palazzo Pitti. Although the original bridge was constructed by the Etruscans, the current bridge was rebuilt in the 14th century. It is the only bridge in the city to have survived World War II intact. Vienna, Austria. Vienna is Austria's capital city, which rich in history, architecture, art, music, food, and wine. Located on the river Danube, Vienna dates back to a Roman-era settlement. Most of the city's many Baroque buildings were created under Empress Maria Theresa and Emperor Franz Joseph, and today they stand in contrast to modern glass and steel structures. Beautiful buildings, walkable streets, delicious food, and lots to do both indoors and outdoors, make Vienna a wonderful vacation destination. Voted one of the most livable cities in the world, Vienna's city limits include vineyards, parks, and the forested Vienna Woods, a protected natural landscape. Called the City of Music, Vienna was home to classical composers Schubert, Mozart, Haydn, Strauss, Brahms, and Beethoven. Being the iconic symbol of the city of Vienna, Stephansdom Cathedral is located in the heart of the city as well. With its 137 meters height, the Gothic cathedral has been standing with magnificence since it was built in the 12th century. The interior of the cathedral is enriched with golden flasks, renowned artworks and religious items. Another must-visit place is Hundertwasser Horse. It was designed and built by Friedensreich Hundertwasser. This beautiful piece of architecture is a great place to have some unforgettable memories. Taking a photo in the front of this fantastic houses would be an excellent idea. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam is the capital and most populous city of the Netherlands. Found within the Dutch province of North Holland, Amsterdam is colloquially referred to as the Venice of the North, due to the large number of canals which form a UNESCO World Heritage Site. While the red light district put the city on the map, travelers have since realized that there is much more to Amsterdam than meets the eye. Here you'll find dozens of art museums, beautiful parks, wonderful outdoor cafes, lots of history, and a love of life here. This city is by far one of the most beautiful in the world. There's nothing like cruising around the canals on a sunny day or relaxing in Vondelpark with a good book. Besides its cultural attractions, such as the Anne Frank House and the Concertgebouw, the Dutch capital has leafy parks, hip shops, and an enduring sense of the past that thankfully never fades. With world-class museums, bicycle tours, and a thriving arts scene, it's really just a matter of culling it down to a select few activities. No trip to Amsterdam would be complete with a canal cruise. It's truly the best way to see Venice of the North. You can purchase tickets on a bigger boat or opt for something a bit more intimate and romantic like a private vessel operated by the Pulitzer, Amsterdam. The Netherlands has birthed many famous artists. None more so than Vincent van Gogh. Works by the tortured artist are on display at his namesake museum. The Dutch post-impressionist is revered for his colorful, innovative style, and romanticized for his tragic life, which saw him die before his work gained recognition, a combination that ensures the painter's popularity endures to this day. Hope you enjoy our picks. Natural Bliss Video will upload new content every week, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more travel-related videos.